Very good Sunday afternoon to everyone out there across the Wobbles community and beyond. Landon Hampton here in the driver's seat with you. Wanted to bring you an update regarding our severe weather risk as we work throughout this afternoon and we work on into the overnight. We do have a variety of threats that are on the horizon for us that we're going to be keeping extraordinarily close eyes on here as we work over the course of the remainder of our Sunday. So if you look right here at the graphic we have brought up from our partners up at the National Weather Service, the entirety of the Wobbles community and pretty much the bulk of the Commonwealth of Kentucky has been listed underneath a 3 out of 5 severe weather risk. You can see there on the graphic there on the left side, we have all severe weather hazards that will be a possibility coming along with this. Damaging winds are a primary concern. In addition to that, we also have tornadoes and large hail that could become evident as well. All right, we'll jump more into our probabilities and things here in just a moment. We want to take a look at our current conditions and give you a full breakdown. If you get a look, we have got ongoing convection right along and ahead of an approaching cold front just to our north and west, slicing through Missouri as we speak. Now, as we work throughout the remainder of today, we work throughout this afternoon and evening, we got the opportunity for these storms here to lay out what's known as an outflow boundary. These boundaries can come off of ongoing convection like what we can see here. Maybe you have a little boundary setting up here along these showers here in far western Kentucky. Those outflow boundaries can serve as a little bit of oomph and lift in the atmosphere to help to promote storm development as we work later into this afternoon and on into the overnight. We're going to be keeping eyes on this, folks, as we could have some discrete supercells that fire up here over the next couple of hours across western Kentucky and transverse across the Wobbles community as it does so. And that is what we are going to be watching very, very closely, right? So looking out across the region right now as we speak, we can get a look over our Morgantown Skycam. You can see there from our Cyclone Port Network, got some cloud cover coming in. That is cloud debris that is located right off of those showers we were just looking at over far western Kentucky. Jumping over here closer to the Weather or Not Bowling Green compound, located in downtown Bowling Green. D93 Skycam is showing the breaks of sunshine, folks, and that is not what we want to see. Unfortunately, there's been plentiful amounts of breaks of sunshine working in out of the west. More sunshine provides more instability throughout our atmosphere. That is also known as storm fuel that could be impacting the region to come along with that, all right? So taking a look here at the latest in regards to how this event is exactly going to unfold, that remains to be seen. We've got the opportunity for some discrete cells to fire up right and along and ahead of this approaching system. And the primary line looks to be working through here as we work after sunset. You can see as we work throughout the early and mid-afternoon hours, we got the opportunity of these discrete cells firing up, folks, and this is where we're initially going to have to pay close attention to. Right around the mid to late afternoon time frame, we've got these collection of supercells that our convective allowing models are spitting out. We might have a few warnings that get issued along with this. However, our primary concern is with this congealing line of storms. It's going to line out northeast to south and west right along the Ohio River right around sunset, and then that's going to blast down off to the south and east as it comes right through our region. Right now, short-term guidance has brought that timing back a little bit, looking at anywhere around the 8 p.m. to midnight time frame, to where a little bit earlier, including yesterday, we were expecting a later arrival. They're starting to come into agreement and showcase the opportunity of this moving through here a little bit sooner than what was initially forecast, all right? Now, coming along with that, folks, we just are showing you the simulated radar activity here. We're going to take a look here at the helicity. Helicity is picking up a rotation within the atmosphere, seeing if we can get updrafts established. And folks, that's what tornadoes are. They're extraordinarily strong updrafts. They're wanting to bring that inflow of that warm, moist air up into the storm. You can see here at these helicity tracks as we work through early to mid-afternoon is one thing, but as we get into this evening and throughout the overnight, look at the shear markers that become very apparent here across the region. You can see where these little helicity marks run these paths southwest to north and east, and that is the storm motions that we're going to be dealing with. So if we're able to get a few of these storms rooted here at the base with that rotation that's going to be occurring, this is why we've got a tornado threat that's going to be coming along with this. You can see the stronger shear markers are located just south of the Tennessee border. Models have to be taken with a grain of salt, folks. Those strong shear markers could be right up anywhere in and around the Wobbles community across far western Kentucky, up into the Missouri Boot Heel, southern Illinois, northeast Arkansas as well, despite it not being here on the map. That's just worth taking note of. That is apparent over in that direction as well, all right? Getting a look at the current conditions here across the region, we do have conditions that are supportive of the opportunity of some strong and severe storms. We got temperatures that have warmed up significantly, already located between the low and mid 70s. Folks, take a look at the moisture. The dew points across the region, we look for anywhere around the mid 50s to be supportive of severe weather. We've already well surpassed that into the mid 60s here across the region. Might even see those climb a few degrees here as we work throughout this afternoon and evening. So that's going to be worth taking note of as well as we continue to watch this weather maker that's going to be unfolding across the region. Here's a breakdown and a look at the latest timing from our local partners at the National Weather Service. And folks, this is for the primary line, okay? This is for the primary line as we work after sunset. Take note, we will have the opportunity at some discrete supercells developing out ahead of this between the mid and late afternoon hours. That's the initial round of what we're going to be watching, but the peak severe weather chances look to arrive anywhere between 7 p.m. and midnight, stretching northwest to south and east as that line plows down to the south and east across the region. So that's our play there that's going to be coming along with that. The latest from the Storm Prediction Center has placed a tornado probability at 10%. Well, Landon, what does that mean? The Storm Prediction Center bases their severe hazard risk probabilistic categories off of a 25-mile radius. So those probabilities that you see there, we have a 10% probability, and you have a 10% probability of seeing a tornado develop within 25 miles of you. You might also note the hash marks, the black hashes that are included throughout that outlook. It is signifying the opportunity of strong and violent tornadoes that could be developed given the parameters and the ingredients that are available throughout our atmosphere, all right? Without question, the biggest concern with this is going to be severe wind. That is a whopping 45% probability that the Storm Prediction Center has laid out here of seeing severe and damaging winds occur within 25 miles of you. Folks, that is rather significant to say the least. Probabilistic of large hail occurring, a little bit lower on the totem pole, right around 15%. It doesn't mean that it can't occur, but with the ingredients given throughout the atmosphere, we're keeping very close eyes on the opportunity of damaging winds and tornadoes being our primary concern. And then we can have some large hail that can be coming along with that as well. We have got deep southwesterly flow, folks, that is pumping in the moisture. And you can just take a look here. Let's take the Morgantown cam back again. And you can just see the speed that the cloud cover is already tracking north and east here across the region overlooking Morgantown. These winds are actually trying to send in more of that moisture, and that's going to be even more conducive and supporter of severe weather as we work throughout the remainder of this afternoon into tonight. Thus, this is why we're going to be looking at the opportunity of our peak severe threat coming along with that, all right? Now, obviously, our focus is on the short term here. Should any warnings threaten the region, we will be going live and providing wall-to-wall coverage for you. We'll be across our platforms on Facebook, on X, as well as our YouTube channel as well. But I also want to take note of this. We've got another severe weather risk, and dare I say it, might even look a little bit more prominent, that is in store for us Wednesday afternoon on into our Wednesday night. Folks, spring severe weather season is here. It is peaking. It's coming in here like a banshee that we've been dealing with here over the past few weeks. It looks to continue throughout the remainder of today and again rolling into Wednesday and Thursday. And coming along with that severe weather risk, folks, is the opportunity of significant flooding taking place across the region. We got some models that's spitting out anywhere between 6 to 9 inches of total rainfall between today and early Friday morning. If we get that much rainfall in here, folks, the grounds are going to be saturated. We'll look at flooding becoming a possibility across the region. We're underneath a slight risk for that flood threat there. Excessive rainfall on Wednesday on the left side of the image. Much more prominent on Thursday with a moderate level there, and that does include the bulk of the Wobbles community as well, all right? So jumping back to it, folks, here's a look at our severe storms that are expected later today. Entirety of the Wobbles community and beyond included a 3 out of 5 risk. All severe weather hazard modes will be a possibility with these moving through later at night. Make for sure that you got your cell phone set. If you got a weather radio, that is preferred to be informed should any warnings be issued. And if that is the case, as they approach here from the west, we'll be going live and providing that wall-to-wall coverage as we typically do. As for all of you and our ambassadors out there, your reports are vital and necessary. You all are a huge part of what we do here at Weather or Not and the community service that we provide. Can't thank you enough for all the support you all continue to show the Weather or Not team and beyond to help keep our community safe, all right? So you all stay safe, stay vigilant, and weather aware, if you will. And we'll be updating frequently here as we work throughout the remainder of the afternoon and on throughout the overnight.